My new special, Lucky, is streaming right now on Netflix. Check it out. 100%. Cheers.
Welcome to another episode of Two Bears, One Cave. Today's topics, the situation in Ukraine. The market continues to go down, and there's no better person to discuss real-world issues with than my regular co-host, Bert Kreischer. But he is at Fat Camp. And so as he continues to try to lose 150 pounds, we have an incredible fill-in. This guy, you've seen him on CNN, you've seen him on Fox News, you've seen him on PBS, you've seen him on 60 Minutes. It's Kyle Dunnigan, everybody.
Yeah,
let him hear it.
Thanks for my credits. I'm not even 150 pounds, so he would lose more than I am.
How much do you weigh?
I'm really light. I haven't weighed myself in a couple months, but like I'm about $140.
Dude.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's good for jumping, and
I bet you can run like the wind, right?
I can run pretty fast. Girls can pick me up.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah, they think
Do
it's hot.
you ever hook up with like a chick who's like significantly?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a 6-footer who's like.
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
It's a little weird, but
Do you kind of like it though?
I have to like change, my kink has to be like baby. Like I'm a baby.
Yeah.
That's
What's
having
wrong with
sex. Nothing. And then, you get like a diaper and that kind of thing. But
A little
it
passy.
is. Yeah. I'm like, it feels like a different species when a woman's like
That yeah.
like that much bigger than me. I feel
Well,
like,
sometimes I remember I did a show one time, and after the show, there was a woman in the lobby. She was 6'4", and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, she plays for Team USA volleyball."
Yeah.
And I looked at her like she was a sculpture in a museum. Like I went up there and I was like just admired her. I was like, Jesus Christ. She was also super feminine. Like she wasn't.
right.
Yeah.
You can be like, that's beautiful, but you don't sexualize them because it's just like a different species.
It's
or
a
something like that.
species, yeah.
Women love tall too. They like men to be tall more than ever.
I know. It's like sometimes it's people's like their bio. Don't talk to me if you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm on dating
crazy.
apps. It's like under 5'10", don't bother.
Don't
Like,
bother.
Don't bother. Ouch.
Which is crazy, I think, because it's always been a thing where I go, yeah, most men, like, we go, well, I dated a girl that was 5 feet tall,
Yeah.
and I dated a girl that was 6 feet tall, and what you'll find is you'll just like somebody for who they are. Like, you're going to vibe with, you don't go into it being like, she's only 5 feet, no.
Yeah, I tell them, I say, eventually I get hot after a while.
Yeah.
And then they just don't believe me.
Are you dating now?
I go on dates and it's not been good.
Why?
Well, it might be like I'm definitely the common denominator.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm weird. I think I'm doing a good job on the dates.
Okay.
But there's a lot of you got to pay for the thing, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, because women like pay for their hair and stuff.
Right.
And that's expensive, and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then sometimes like this one girl came and just like ragged armpit hair. And it's like, if we're doing the I'm a man, you're a woman, you got to do the woman thing. If we're doing it,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and then I don't know, I find I think it's like really hard for people to go on dates. It's just a lot of pressure. And then the guy you have to plan the date.
Yeah.
That's another thing, which I don't do this stuff. Like I don't. So I'm presenting like, this is who I am not. Right away for a month, I'm like, oh, you want to go wine tasting?
I know.
It's not me. I don't do that.
But so isn't it better, like, because that's what everybody who's been on a date knows what you're talking about, which is you're presenting who you think they'll like.
And then after a month, you gotta go, he's dead.
Yeah.
You'll
He
never
died.
see him again.
That guy doesn't even, I don't drink wine.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I know. I do like to drink on a first date, but I don't really drink much, but just to loosen it up.
Yeah, but that also feels like a stand. It's better than coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Don't take someone for coffee. Everyone's got shit. Like
Everyone has to start shitting.
Yeah.
The worst date is a movie date because you don't
talk.
know them.
Yeah.
And you walk in and for 2 hours you're together and you don't know each other and you walk out and hours have gone by and you're still strangers and something in your brain goes like,
Yeah.
No.
Movie date's a bad idea.
I've been with this person too long. I saw the Amy Winehouse movie with this girl that I really liked.
Date one?
It was our second date,
Okay.
and it was just such a bummer. But we both walked out depressed. It was bad. Because that doesn't end well. That Amy Winehouse story.
I just saw this guy. He was on our show once, and I was like, "What do you like to do on a date?" He's like, "Oh, a girl comes over, and we just watch a movie, just chill." I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." I go, "Do you have a favorite movie?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "I like it was some Sandler movie, one of the
Jack and Jill.
one of the Happy Madison movies." And he goes, "My other go-to is Dallas Buyers Club." And I was like, "The AIDS movie?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's a great movie." I was like, "That's your first date movie?" He was like, "Sometimes." I'm like, "That's insane, dude. So crazy."
Does he have him just come over right away come over and his apartment?
He's not 100% okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do the thing. I ask questions and I do the thing. I talked about them. This one girl goes, I let her pick a restaurant, pick the most expensive restaurant.
She did?
In Los Angeles.
That's
and
pretty
I was
crazy.
Like, okay. And then she's talking about herself though. Didn't ask me. Any hour and a half goes by and it became interesting. She doesn't know anything about me.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "I love Portland, blah blah." And I was just in Portland. I go, "I was just in Portland."
And she just went right over it.
Yeah. Awkward pause. Mm-hmm. But that's awkward to not go, "Oh, how was?"
Yeah. How was my favorite city?
Yeah. It was weird.
But that's such a. I mean, it sucks that you had to spend the money to figure it out. But it's such a good way to be like, "Yeah, I'll never see this person again." Also, pretty I'm down. I think you're the man. You pay for the first date, but for the person to go, "Let me pick the most expensive place" as a first date is
rude.
It's kind of
That was bold.
very.
What about this thing when you hook up, and then a bunch of months go by and they go, "Hey, let's go check out a movie,"
And you haven't seen her since you hooked up?
Yeah, and then you go and you pay for the movie, and then after she's like, "Hey, let's get dinner," and then you pay for dinner, and then she's like, "Bye."
You've had that?
Yeah,
That seems like,
it's like if we're friends.
Yeah.
That's
Friends, then you should go half. Yeah.
I don't know.
And you had hooked up months before.
Yeah,
You know who you are.
you know you are. Just
Yeah. Fucking Venmo him.
I would love that.
That'd be awesome if right after this comes out, it just goes ding.
That might happen.
That would be awesome. Well, that's a shitty thing to do. It's a shitty thing to do. You guys,
Unless
hooked
you're
up,
feeling sick or something.
I guess.
All right.
Let me tell everybody, because right now, as of this moment, Kill or Be Killed is out now. It's on Netflix. It's a special episode of Kill Tony. We were both at that and participated in.
Yes, we did.
Some way. I participated in sitting there, and they were just
That counts.
Yeah, they were like, just don't. I don't know. Just react.
Yeah.
Watch the show. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just sit on stage, and then it was, and you'll see if you go check this out. It was so funny. It was one of the funniest fucking nights.
Fever dream of a show.
It was so crazy. Again, you can see it. It's on Netflix, and obviously Kill Tony comes out every Monday. It's always a fun ride of craziness, but I feel like it was also, because this is a special event where it's the first time it's going on Netflix, it was in overdrive.
It was.
Especially with characters, right? Because the show has, they're kind of their regulars that do their time, and then these bucket pools where random open micers basically are kind of getting to try. And it was a full range. You get the full range of hey, that was impressive. Oh my God, that was terrible, and some funny things in between. But Shane was Trump. Adam Ray did Biden and Dr. Phil, and you did Elon Musk and RFK Jr. And dude, it was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. I started the show in the balcony. I was just watching from the balcony, and I was told that you were doing Elon, I was like, oh, I wonder what this will be like. And it was so fucking funny to watch you do these quirks and mannerisms, like you know,
the shoulder roll,
his accent,
yeah,
and the stammering.
So yeah. And his laugh is like, I almost pass out. It's so much air to do his laugh. He's like, it's like a major. It's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that whole night was
and the best,
really
what added so much to it was like, I was like, oh, I don't know that I've seen someone do an Elon.
Yeah.
And you had like the hat and like, you had an outfit. I think you were wearing
crazy.
It was crazy. You had a crazy. Yeah, he looks crazy. But also the fact that you were sitting next to Rogan, and you were like, "This is my good friend."
Good friend, we're like best friend. Yeah, I had gotten, because I look nothing.
He was so uncomfortable. It looked like he didn't know what to do.
I know. I felt bad, but it was
so
amazing.
funny.
Like, I look nothing like Elon Musk. I look the opposite. Like, I have a long neck. He has no neck. I have a peanut face. He has a watermelon.
Yeah.
And so I had to get a prosthetic just to look, but it came out crazy. I looked.
Yeah, I mean that with the hat that was you. That was you were there wearing the hat and everything.
Yeah, but the
no, I know the face.
I look like a fat bastard from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
It was insane. But yeah. I don't know how it turned. I thank you for saying it was good. I was just like out of my mind.
Oh my
like,
God, dude.
What is going on?
I think so many people too were like, they didn't know, like, you were nailing it, and they were just like, I think a lot of people were like, I don't even know how, like, what an Elon Musk impression is. You know? Like they were just trying to like figure it out, but I was absolutely dying.
I'm so glad you liked it.
Oh my God, so fun. Do you feel like too? Because I remember I asked one time, another comedian who's like really good at doing impressions of people.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you know? He's like, you honestly just try, and you either are like, I have it, or like I can't do this one.
Yes.
You kind of lean into it if you can, and if you can't, you're like, I can't do that one.
Yeah, there's some I just can't do, and some come easy, and some are a little bit of work, but it was just the level of like when you go Saturday Night Live, it's like, it's nerve wracking, I'm sure, and you go out there and it's live. This is like doing that, but we have no script and go out there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and there's so much going on. You don't want to interrupt, but you're not. You want to, do a thing, and it's a really, it's very good, a good workout.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd like, if you did it like more, you get better and better at it. But it's,
oh my God, if you were doing this
it.
like weekly, couple days a week, like putting on you would just like get into such a crazy zone.
Yeah, because you can't practice that. It's like I sit on my couch, as we talked about, for months, basically alone, and then it's like go out and do that, and then like I'm alone a lot. Dude, I'm alone so much. I'm not kidding. I'm in my dreams. I'm alone.
In your dreams?
Yeah, like my brain doesn't forgot what company is, and it's like we're in a field.
But do you
tonight.
prefer it?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What's the best dating app for you?
I've Hinge, I think, might be the best. It's connected to friends or something.
So I like to work out before I come to work. And what I do is I work out and then I walk to work. And sometimes when I get here, something's burning or a podcast or Two Bears is already about to start. And I don't have time to manage my odor the way I'd like to. It's been somewhat of a challenge. And I'm telling you right now, this Cremo stuff, this Cremo deodorant is phenomenal. It provides men with 48 hours of odor protection. Oh my God. And all their products are made barber grade and made with pride, professionalism, and passion to guarantee you a quality without compromise. Their body care, superb body care. Cremo's new signature deodorant scents shows the company's dedication to creating quality products and ingredients, upscales ingredients to fit the taste of every man. I'll tell you right now, this Italian bergamot is freaking awesome. That's what, and Palo Santo. God, good uncommon scents with distinct scents. It's crafted from a thoughtful blend of ingredients. Cremo deodorant enhances the possibilities of men's body care. Deodorant isn't just for smelling good or avoiding sweat. The scent you choose sets the tone of how you present yourself to a female and or partner and or work partner. They help make men smell unforgettable and leave unforgettable impressions every time. Cremo offers a wide range of other grooming products, including I don't have it in here, shave cream, but this is the stuff I love. Shampoo and body wash. They've got beard oil. You can find your favorite scent and buy the whole body care for the whole line, and it's awesome. I'm telling you right now, they also have these colognes. I just got into colognes, and I love this Palo Santo. I love the name. I want to name colognes. Let's give it a scent. I'll never go through this much cologne. You're saving money on just the, let's see. Head to Target or Target.com to find Cremo's new line of antiperspirants and deodorants in the Italia Bergamot. That's the one I like. And Palo Santo scent. This is Palo Santo. Once again, that's Target or Target.com. When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Alo or Allbirds or Skims, sure, you think about a great product and a cool brand and a brilliant marketing, but an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody sells like Shopify. No one sells better than Shopify. Home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going up. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform, or better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and wherever and anywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. We sell on Shopify, and we are killing it. Thank you to everyone. First and foremost, thank you to every single one of you that buys through over here, Birdie Boy. But more importantly, thank you to Shopify. It makes all that buying so much easier. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/bears, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bears to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/bears.
But I do rye every now and then because
Nice.
it's just such a disaster.
That's
It's
the
kinda
primo
funny.
puss, though, right? That's the top shelf
But
stuff.
I look, I'm not doing well on these apps.
Really?
Yeah, I'm there to pay for dinners.
So we got to get you off the apps and into. Well, you're alone, so we got to.
Yeah.
We got to get you into social circles.
I've actually, it's funny you said this because I did tell myself that, and so I've signed up for a bunch of too many classes. Like I have a pickleball league, and then I'm
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna do jujitsu, which I shouldn't do jujitsu. That's like a neck thing.
No, do it. Do it.
I'm like 30% neck, and that's like the whole thing is like neck holds.
Is just strangling people?
It kind of. And then I went to
Get into one that has chicks in it.
no, I did a like super beginner.
Yeah.
Although that's probably a creepy thing. But then like softball, I like, it's gonna have girls and stuff like
That's
that.
a fun one.
I like that.
Yeah.
Softball. But so I'm pushing myself out there. I'm doing the things.
Why don't you go to massage school or something?
Ooh. That seems like and then just we rub women?
Yeah, and then just be like, "Oh, I'm interested in like anatomy." It's like you just have a good cover story.
All right.
You know?
I'll try that.
Then be like, "Oops, did I come?" Yeah, it'd just be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to massage parlors because I don't want nothing against hand jobs.
Right.
But, like I don't want that humiliation in my life.
Which humiliation?
Just like when they're like, you want a happy ending or
Oh,
whatever. right?
you can
I
just
don't-
go get a regular massage.
No,
though.
I know, but sometimes
Oh.
you don't know. Like I rarely go, but when I go to get a massage, I just try to look like I don't want a hand job.
What does that look like?
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
Don't wear a baseball hat because that you look like you want a hand job.
Cover ident like
Just like and then be like jolly.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey!
head massage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Kyle.
Yeah.
Like that.
and then they're like, "This guy's a little too."
He doesn't want to. Yeah.
You police?
Huh?
Police?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's another way to do it.
Hello, I'm Officer Kyle. I'm here for my appointment.
My regular massage. Yeah. So I'm getting social, doing
Yeah.
some stuff, making an effort. But yeah, dating. Just when you go, here's a date. It's a lot of pressure too.
When's the last time you had like a long-term relationship?
So long ago.
For real?
Yeah. Like 7 years. was
That's
my
how
last,
long
like,
it's been?
This is my girlfriend. It was like 7 years ago. Yeah.
We got to get you a girlfriend.
I've dated some. I did this girl. She was so weird.
Tell me.
She was so weird.
What was weird about it?
And she's a writer, and she's a pretty successful writer.
Rogue?
I don't know what that is.
Nicotine?
No, thank you. I'm not sure how I'll behave on that.
Okay.
So she would. This doesn't go out to like.
No one sees this.
Okay. So she go in bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is. First of all, she was like contrarian. Okay, so everything you say, like you go, oh, it's raining out. She'll go, no, it's not. It's drizzling.
Oh,
You'll be
right.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. I know.
Like, but I'm
maybe it'll progress into rain.
right.
Got it.
Right. But my bar is very low, and I'm like, I can handle like all these things.
Yeah.
Like that. But then, like in the bedroom, like she would talk about herself, and she was verbal. You know, she's a writer, and everything was like verbal. And she's like, I'm in a bar, and like guys are watching. She wanted me to tell her like guys are watching and stuff like that. And then she would tell me about like a blowjob. Mm-hmm. She would tell me about it. She's like, I'm on my knees. I'm in front of you. I put you in my mouth. Like, she's not doing it, but she's right. I'm like, it's right there. Isn't that crazy?
So wait a minute. This was like this is like a kink, like a turn on for her are you laying next to each other in bed?
We're fully naked,
Right.
naked making out. Yeah.
And then she's just whispering to you like,
Yeah,
I'm on my knees and your penis is in my mouth. And you're like, great, let's see it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. I'm like,
Love the buildup. Let's act on that.
it's almost like I'm not blowing you
Yeah.
right now.
And then wait, after that, it would just be like, good night.
It happened once, and like we dated her for like we were never like boyfriend girlfriend. Like
Yeah.
over 3 months, we went on like maybe 10 dates.
Did you ever ask her, be like, hey, what the fuck is up with this narration?
You know what? No, I didn't.
It's insane.
It's insane.
I mean, it's here's the thing. I respect it as like part
like
part of like your sex. Like if she was like one of the things she's into is like doing these descriptions and it like, but where that's fun would be if you were like here and she was there and she told you over the phone and you were
Right.
like, can't wait till I get back, and you get back and she acts out the things she described to you.
that's a normal person. Yes.
Yeah.
And then she just never listened to me. Women don't listen to me. I got to figure out.
Do you know what
I'll
I
probably
like?
give
And
it-
she's
yeah.
like, anyway. I don't care.
Yeah. Even like basic stuff. Like I can't read. I never like learned how to read.
Uh-huh.
And
Wait, is this for real?
No, I can read. But like I'm very slow reader. Whatever. I never got tested, but like I took a Spanish class and the teacher like all your D's and B's are backwards.
You're
Like, I'm
dyslexic.
just- yeah, something. But I never
Yeah.
got tested. But I read like a third grader, and that's one thing she knew about me. And the other thing she knew is like I don't eat dairy.
Mm-hmm.
So for my birthday, which is nice, she got me gifts. She got me a giant book, The Count of Monte Cristo, and a dairy cupcake, which is sort of like and the card said, I like you, but I like your dog better, or something like that. The whole thing was like
Kind of a fuck you.
I don't know. Yeah, right?
That's a really weird thing.
Yeah, she was fun in a weird way.
The funny thing about that is that feels like this feels like a role reversal that you see, where I would imagine this story coming from a woman going
Yeah.
like, this is how little this guy. It's always guys that don't pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, the guy would be like, here's the dairy, and then the girl goes, I don't drink dairy.
Right. I was the woman.
Yeah, and then but she's oblivious, like not paying attention.
Yeah.
which is usually not how it goes.
Yeah. She couldn't give a shit. She one time gave me, like, she could give a shit about, like, one time she gave me, I took a picture of her, you know?
Do you remember that I don't eat dairy? What?
I don't give a shit.
I don't care. Eat it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Stupid.
I don't eat this though.
I took a picture of her, and those pictures, she never took a picture of me or us or anything. And she asked me to send me the picture of her. There was a picture of me and her. And she asked me, can you send the picture of me where I look cute? And
The one I'm alone in.
yes. Every time I saw her, something weird. She did something weird.
That is fucking hilarious. And
Yeah.
then was it a natural fizzle out or did you?
It was. I did the fade because she actually had a tough upbringing. I mean, she wrote this book that's like a massive hit, and I always felt like
Really?
Huge hit. 11 million copies sold.
What?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so she really is good at the telling us like.
Yeah, she's very smart, but she grew up like in a culty kind of thing and had it bad.
I mean, you basically have said her name by now.
No. No one's watching this.
I know, but I mean, like, the details are all there, right?
I don't think anybody's going
Could figure out who grew up like this and sold 11 million copies. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the 11 million was probably about it. I don't think she watches. I think she just reads. This is fine.
She just reads. That's fine. Yeah.
We can cut that out.
Yeah, we can if you want to.
I wonder if...
Do you want to just tell me her name and then we'll cut that out?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Wait, no, really though?
Yeah, we'll cut it out.
I don't believe you.
No, of course we will.
I don't believe
we cut
you.
shit out every week, man.
How do we get...
No, confirm. We'll cut it out.
That voice that I didn't even know who that was. Oh, the voice that I don't know said it.
Come on. We will cut it out. I would not do that to you, dude.
Why not just tell you after? That's cool.
Well, just tell me now.
Let's tell you after. That's cool.
We just...
I'm like trying to figure out, would I get in trouble, or is that like...
No.
Maybe I think it would be good for her to know, because she needs to... It'd probably be helpful for her. In
Well, then do
dating,
you want to
'cause
say
she's-
it?
Huh?
Do you want to say it?
No.
Okay. Now you have internet sleuths hunting
I know,
for
it's
this.
almost worse.
I know.
Can we cut the whole? We could cut.
We
the
could
whole
cut a
thing
lot of it out,
We'll
yes.
cut the whole.
Yeah.
We'll just go from, you said it's two bears with Kyle to me drinking coffee. It should be one bear and a.
Well, how
and a
about
twink.
this? Don't give out her name. What's the name of the book she sold us?
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
And then everyone would have to figure that out.
There were so many things that she did that. Sorry, there's every time I saw her, she did something funny.
Yeah.
Like, she was funny to me. We went bowling, and 3 couples, and so it was like guys versus girls first, and I'm bad at bowling, but we were all bad.
Yeah.
I think the highest score was like a 72. I
That's
got like
terrible,
a 59, whatever. I'm not good.
Yeah.
Kind of proud of that, not being good at bowling. So then we go, okay, now let's do couples.
Can I get a water, please? Thank you. Go ahead. Do you want one? Or you're good? Okay.
I have so many drinks. So after the first round of bowling, we go, okay, now let's do couples versus couples. We're on a first date, all meet each other. And she goes, no, he's not very good. And it wasn't a joke. Like, she wouldn't,
I want to compete.
yeah, in bowling where we're all bad.
Well, and which is supposed to be just a fun, who cares kind of thing.
Who cares?
Thanks, buddy.
It's not like we're playing for money. But anyway, that made me laugh.
How
And,
So how did the second round go? Did she switched it up?
oh, I fucking strike.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just destroy, because then I was like, oh yeah, you want to see? I'll show you bowling.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which can add up pretty fast. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and on time. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it. And now it's within reach. Trust me, I am the guy who asked the first time I got in therapy, how much does this cost? I remember fighting with my therapist, thinking I was overpaying and that if, as long as she had a home mortgage, I was going to have problems. I remember going, do you have a boat? I mean, it does matter. I'm so silly, but it does matter. And now with online therapy, it's so much better. And if you're thinking about therapy, you got to give BetterHelp a try. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it's convenient too. You can join in a session with the click of a button and helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists at any time. Your well-being is worth it. Trust me. Visit BetterHelp.com/bears to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bears.
Have better sex with Blue Chew, the original brand offering chewable tablets that help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections. These erection-enhancing tablets are designed to boost your performance, whether you're planning ahead or you. These erection-enhancing tablets are designed to boost your performance, whether you're planning ahead or need to be ready at a moment's notice. Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is by offering you a month for free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, your prescription will arrive within days. Made in the USA. Blue Chew tablets are shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night. Best of all, everything is done online. No doctor visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in pharmacy lines. You just take that pill and you are hard as a rock and ready to roll. I love it. I take it in the mornings and I just see where the day takes me. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. We've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month for free. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast and keeping us hard. That was awesome.
So when I get in the bowling zone, I can't be stopped. It's like
It can be very fun.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet on Raya?
Yeah.
High achievers.
Yeah. Yeah. But I want to meet. I'm gonna meet my next person like in person. I just don't go up to people.
That's right. I
feel-
think that's better, dude.
I feel so creepy and weird about going up to a strange woman.
Yeah.
I've never gone up to somebody in my life and gone, "Hey, I think you're pretty attractive sitting over here in your chair and your thing that you're drinking.
I know.
Would
weird.
you like to talk to me?"
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I think I have, yeah. I wasn't good at it, dude. I remember one time I was out and I saw this beautiful woman across the bar.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and then we made eye contact. And then I'm with people and then we look at each other again. And everyone with me is like, "Oh, she was looking at you." And I was just like, "Yeah, I don't know what to do." And so I looked again and looked at her and I was just like, damn, like really like looking at her, right?
Yeah.
And she's clocking it. And I still was like what we're saying? I'm like, I don't know what to say. So she came over. She goes, "Hey, I noticed you're fucking looking at me. Like, do you want to say what's up?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" Like,
Oh,
it was
wow.
like she totally,
Did you end up dating her for a little while?
no. Nope.
Did you blow it or was she just weird?
I think I blew it. I think she was probably normal. And I was
Yeah.
just too,
I had a woman, a friend of mine, tell me, "Yeah, just look at him. Don't look creepy, but like look. And if she looks back, then like you talk to her. That was 5 years ago. It's never happened."
I'm trying to remember like the only things that have ever worked for me, because it's been so long, has honestly just been not trying to do something, just normal conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hi, like just literally introducing yourself was like, it sound, but like it was the thing that led to the best results, was just not trying. I had a friend who was like one of these guys you see on these like, "Let me show you how to pick up chicks" thing, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God." And it would work for him. But I think
Yeah.
that's his personality. Like, I was with this guy one time at a bar and he sees this girl and I'm like, "Oh my God." I stand next to him. He's like, "Hey, baby." And she's like, "Hey." She's like, "How are you?" He goes, "A lot better now that I'm talking to you."
No.
And I was like, "No." And they left together. They just left. I was like, "This is insane."
Yeah.
But I could never put a sentence together like that, you know?
Ew, it feels really cheesy.
It's super cheesy, but, it worked for some dudes.
I don't think I have the chin to pull that off.
But you
I
can do, "Hi, this place is weird."
Yeah, but I come over like, "Hi, I'm Kyle,"
Yeah.
If I come over myself, it's not good. I don't come off manly. Like, you know what I mean? Like that guy in the bar,
What's your favorite? Do you have a type of girl you like besides hot?
hot. I like a girl who's, has a sense of humor. I
Yeah.
definitely need that. Like I said, but if it's too tall, I kind of don't sexualize. But I'm not like
What's your
picky.
max height?
6. I think I can go 6'1". No, that's probably too high. Maybe 6 feet.
6 feet. How tall are you?
I was 5'9". I don't think I am anymore. I'm shrinking.
Shrinking?
I'm like 5'8". 5'8.5" maybe.
Dude, there's plenty of women that fit this category for you.
No, but they have to like you back.
What are you talking? You're a good-looking guy. You're an entertainer. You're funny. You're charismatic. What's the problem?
I appreciate that. Well, I don't know. I think they have a good time. We go on dates. Like there's like conversation and laughter. I just might not be their type looks wise. I mean, I
don't think that's true.
think I peaked at like a 6, and it's look, height is very important now. It's become way more important for women, and I think I have a theory that's because it's the only thing we have left that
Is
they
height?
can't do. That they, you know what I mean? Like we used to kill the buffalo and stuff.
Yeah.
Now we're just like can reach that dish in the cupboard and
Yeah, but don't focus on height. You're focusing on height too much.
No, listen. When I go out, I'm telling you, like when I go out, I do appear, I think, to have like a decent amount of confidence.
Yeah.
And I do. Someone else taught me this. It's actually good advice for guys out there dating.
Tell me.
It's like you touch the person, like on the arm.
Yeah.
Touch. Put your leg. If your leg's there and touching her leg. This is what Nikki Glaser actually technique taught me.
Yeah.
And they leave their leg there. That means
that's a signal.
It's a signal.
Yeah.
Because some guys just like go in for a kiss at the end, but you want to get like little signals. Watch their body when you touch them. If they recoil, then like don't.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't teach you that
No.
in school.
Also, another thing is, so many women, I discovered this, were like, they just want the guy to make decisions. Like, a lot of women hate when a guy goes, want to go out Friday? And they're like, sure. And you're like, cool. Like, where do you want to go? Or like, what should we do? Women are attracted a lot of times to like decisive men who go like, there's this new show, I want to go check it out. There's this restaurant, I want to try it, or I love this place.
Yeah.
Like we're doing this and this. For a lot of women, that's a turn. Oh, like you're making decisions, and I just get to go along with what you picked. You know?
Yeah.
So being decisive is a big thing.
I do that, I do that in the beginning. Although it does feel uncomfortable.
It does, right?
For me to be like, yeah, there's this really great art exhibit I want to check out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I see. It was. I only remember it because it's completely unnatural to me too. I was more like, yeah, fine, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, decide something.
Yeah. That's again like pretending
To be someone else.
when you're not, and then eventually you got to be like, I don't know, I really want to go do that thing. But I'm taking a break right now, Tom. I'm on a break from dating apps and stuff right now.
That's good. You're gonna go to jiu-jitsu and strangle some chick, and then she's gonna be like, "Fucking hey, what's your name?"
It's gonna be all dudes. That's not really like the place to. But I think jiu-jitsu is like a good thing to do for sleep. I'm having trouble sleeping.
Just tire you out.
Yeah, I gotta get tired, and also I think the confidence of knowing how to fight that gives you like self-esteem.
Shoulders are back.
Yeah,
Fuck you up.
I can fight. Because I will tell you, I was with a woman one time. We were going down the street, and this guy was coming got her in his sights like a crazy person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, he's coming at her, and I had to in my head calculate: I don't really know this person. Is this worth like getting in a huge fight? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it like happened like that, and he like went like up like this around her, and then I felt so bad that this is years ago.
Yeah.
I really didn't like. I was like, I should have jumped in front of her and been like a man.
Yeah.
But then, recently, like a month ago, same situation, and like a guy started coming at this girl I was walking on the street with, and I like got in front of her and like took her away from the situation, and like she thought that was really hot.
Of course.
But then I haven't seen her since.
What happened that night? She described.
We didn't make out.
To you? Did. She did. Did she describe a blowjob to you?
Yeah, actually, yeah. That she described a rim job and a blowjob.
You did make out with her though.
Yeah.
She was all turned on by you being the man.
Yeah, it felt very unnatural.
Fuck.
I don't know. Feel like we help people out there, like a guy who's dating.
Yeah.
There's some good advice in there.
There's definitely some good advice in there.
Yeah. Also, I live alone, and that's once you live alone for so long.
Yeah, you get used to
I can't imagine
your ways.
Yeah. Someone coming into that.
What's a typical Kyle day?
Oh, Kyle will get up around like 6 a.m. and go, shit, I only slept 3 hours. And Kyle will lay in bed for another 3 hours.
Okay.
And be like, God damn it, why don't I just get up? You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm exhausted, but let's just do that. And then maybe like I'll get like a little bit of work done. I'll go to like a coffee shop, and I work there a little bit, editing usually. Mm-hmm. And then talk to a friend, and then call it a day. And then,
Yeah.
you know.
Are you doing spots a lot?
Yeah, I do spots like maybe 3 days a week in New York. I'm in New York City.
You are in New York. I didn't realize that.
I moved. I got out of LA
During
like
pandemic style?
2023, a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago. But my house was like sliding down a hill, and I was like, I gotta get.
Are you loving New York?
I do like it. The weather, I really,
Yeah.
I forgot. I used to live there years ago. And
What part of New
Park
York?
Slope?
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
It's cool.
But yeah, my house in LA, there was this railing. It was on a hill, and there was this steep embankment, and there was a railing, and it came out of the cement.
Time to go.
Yeah. So then every year, I was there for like 7 years. It would move like an inch. Then there was like 2 months of rain. It moved 8 inches down this thing, and you can't get insurance. They won't insure your house.
Yeah.
If it's on a hill there. Also, no fire insurance.
Speaking of editing, your IG, because the characters are insane, dude.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I wondered, can we pull up his IG? Look at that.
Look at that handsome guy.
Look at that handsome guy.
There's me and my mother singing.
Oh, that's right. Because you would.
That's
wouldn't
my
you,
mother.
Wouldn't you fuck? Because I fuck with my mom constantly. But your mom.
Oh my God, your mom videos are so funny. Yeah, she's singing, and my mom's fun. She's also in my Craig videos. I do that. Like, what's going on, you guys?
We did. Oh, you did. Isn't this with your mom where she's like, aren't you doing things where she's like, just fucking stop? Like,
Yeah.
With my mom, we showed her a screening of my new series.
Uh-huh.
Dude, she was like, you can't put this out. It was so great. And she didn't know there was hidden cameras in this screening room.
Oh, that's so funny.
And she was like, Tom, she goes, you have to tell them no. And I go, what do you mean? It's coming on Netflix. She was like, no. She's like, give them the money back. Tell them no.
What was it?
She was just like, she goes, you cannot go any lower than you just did. Like, it's so disgusting. She's like, this is not who you are.
That's a great promo for your show.
Yeah, they're going to use it to promote it. So, but she went on and on. She was like, you are absolutely. She goes, does it just make you happy to be disgusting? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes.
She's proud of you, though, right? Gotta be.
Yeah, she's proud, but she's also
disgusted.
Yeah. She's always like, she'll see some guy tell like a nice joke. And she's like, why can't you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the characters, let's scroll here. I want to see.
Bill Maher.
Oh, Bill Maher.
Okay,
You're doing
people.
amazing. Now, did I hear, does he not like it?
Yeah, I don't know why he had a problem with me early. This is like, I had not many followers, and I had just really innocuous, like him reading to children. It was like, oh, should you eat eggs that are green? Like, it was a dumb, like hacky kind of whatever. And then I found out AJ Benzo was like, he doesn't like your impression. I showed him, and he got mad. And I was like, really?
Really?
And then he went on Rogan, and out of nowhere, he goes, you're playing some guy. He was doing a terrible impression of me. They get just ragged on me.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's so spot on.
Thank you. Hear that, Bill? So then he goes, I don't know who he was. I went to Hawaii with him in his private jet. Like, he was just trying to shit on me. I'm like, and so after that, then I started making some Bill Maher. I had him get gangbanged in my next video. But before that, I wasn't being mean. He started it. Oh, and then I was in Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And this lady comes up and goes, I just have to tell you, I was a stewardess on Bill Maher's plane, and I said, have you ever seen Kyle Dunnigan's impression of you? And he turned away from me, and he wouldn't look at me. And they told me to go to the back of the plane, and they wouldn't. I didn't get a tip.
What?
Like, he hates this impression.
A tip? You're supposed to tip him?
In a private plane.
You tipped the flight attendant?
She said she didn't get a tip, so I guess they normally get tips.
Okay.
You've never tipped. I didn't know you had to do that.
I've never flown private. Let's hit this. Let's see this.
Okay. Calm down, people. I know it's exciting to see a big star on your little circus here. No, I'm kidding. I'm a big fan of the show. What was your name again?
I'm Tony.
Okay, that's our show. Tune in next week when my guests are Benjamin Netanyahu and the hot Tua girl.
Dude, it's
By the
terrible.
way, you didn't do the land acknowledgement. Don't you TikTokers like to do a land acknowledgement before the show?
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, he brought up the Indian people. You don't know about land acknowledgements?
No.
Come on.
Yeah, you do.
Every time you do a show, you're supposed to thank Indians for letting us do it
Yeah,
on their
you
land.
you say this club was situated on the unceded territory of the Chickapaca people or whatever, and then
Dude,
you
it's
go,
it's
this is
hilarious,
their
man. I can't. Also, most people. What's interesting to me is if you have a distinct enough like personality, level of familiarity, celebrity with people, and people are doing impressions of you, it's usually seen as like a flattering thing.
I know. Even if you hate it, you have to just say, "Yeah, I saw it's great."
Yeah.
Just so you don't look like it bothers you.
Wow, it's funny that it bothers him though.
I know.
You scroll down here. Oh, there's RFK in the middle there.
I can't stay too long. I have a German Shepherd slow roasting on my grill that I have to tend to. Who's the one with MS? Is that?
My mama.
All right, I want you to do something because I can cure this. All right, listen. No, I'm being. I want you to give her this. This is dehydrated bat cum. It's got no. That's all you need to do.
I actually like did. His voice was too low there. He's actually a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Like I had him a little bit too low.
You know what's funny is that I guess RFK Jr. only came into sort of my, ecosystem in the last couple of years. And I know that he has a condition, which is why his voice is like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize, I saw a video of him 20 years ago and he's speaking I didn't realize it was something that just kind of it just came about.
I guess.
I thought it was like a lifelong thing.
Yeah, I did too. I guess. Yeah, I didn't know he spoke. Yeah, he's such a funny. I was so glad when he got accepted into being whatever the health guy.
Yeah, he's head of the FDA now, or is he head? No, he's head of the health. He's the Secretary of Health and Human Service. What is he?
It's called like spasmodic dysphonia.
Oh yeah, at age 42.
Weird. You know what's funny? Because that show killed.
Yeah, Health and Human Services Secretary.
2 hours long. So I'm talking like this for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop. And I was like, I had a thought like, am I never gonna? Went to bed and I had my voice back, but I was stuck.
It stayed there.
Yeah, you don't want to do that too long.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's probably good for the voice.
No, it's not very.
It'd be
good.
crazy if doing your impression you induced spasmodic dysphagia.
Yeah, I mean, I did for a couple hours after. I couldn't stop talking like that.
Now you do a lot of times on IG. You do the face replacement stuff.
Yeah.
How do people? What is the? How does that work?
Oh, there's Elon. I just do a. It's like a snap camera or something. They actually canceled it, and my friend of mine, made a server, so it was
so that you could keep doing it.
Yeah, but I can't make new ones. I have to figure out if I'm gonna do
because you were doing I remember you did Kardashian.
That's why I started like Caitlyn Jenner. I'm like, yeah, baby. That was like my first like, yeah, baby.
Wait. So there's Bill Maher, Christmas.
'Twas the minute before my hooker gets here, and all through the house. My penis was stirring, because I just took a dick pill.
Yeah, I got meaner.
So while we wait for my whore and my boner, I would like to take this minute to explain to Zillennials what being an adult is.
This is so his voice.
It's when you take money you worked hard for at a job to give to a black hooker.
He likes black hookers. You know that?
Inside a house that isn't owned by your parents. I'm sorry, I forgot. Twerking isn't for giving a man a boner. It's for teaching women how to be
It's exactly him. I mean, you sound 100% like him.
Okay, kids.
Yeah, his voice is the closest to my natural voice. Yeah,
and you do all he has these like...
And he has like he makes a really loud, okay.
And the way he the inflection goes, the way he goes up and down with it.
Okay, people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so amazed that it bothers him.
I was shocked. Because again, it wasn't even mean. The first ones weren't. Like they got a little meaner. I started bringing up black hookers and gangbang.
Okay,
I did.
People.
Okay, people.
Well, here's
Tune
Elon.
in next week.
Love Earth. It is I, Elon.
In 2018, I sold all of my houses, which is pretty epic of me. Now I'm couch surfing with my super cool friends, and I'm taking you along with me. This is house hopping with Elon Musk. It's really cool.
No.
My first stop is my good friend Robert Kennedy Jr. His dad was killed, and he eats dogs. He's like really cool.
Dude,
Hey, Bobby, Bob around. What's good?
What are you doing here?
Hey, I was just wondering if I could crash your place tonight.
But now's not a good time.
I will give you $100 million.
This is what I do with my time.
Come on in.
Go.
Go.
Cool place, Robert. Really cool. Nice knick-knack. Looks like a penis. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone.
I love the Elon quality of it's
Humor.
so peculiar. To me, he's always been, it's so fascinating that somebody who is, you could argue, he's objectively the most successful person on earth.
Yeah.
And you go, I guess they're bored of that. Because now it's just like, I want to be liked and also be told that I'm funny.
Yeah.
I want to be I don't want to just be like, what I have isn't enough. I want people to tell me I'm a genius, tell me I'm cool.
Yeah.
And know that I'm funny and cool. It's such an interesting personality.
It's very human. I mean, it's like how like a lot of comedians want to be rock stars, and rock stars want to be comedians.
Everyone
It's
wants to
like,
be
give us
what they're
something
not.
else. Yeah, because you don't like value. It probably comes. It's really. And he has like an 8-year-old sense of humor, which is funny. It's like, like his cars fart. Like that's what an 8-year-old would do.
He's like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes a thought sound. My car's flying around Uranus.
It is a really interesting personality. Yeah. And he also, I always am fascinated by someone who has time for bullshit, like the pettiness, where you're like, like if you send enough tweets about Jeff Bezos or something, like he's never going to respond to you. Carlos Slim's never going to be like, oh, you're making fun of me. But it gets on Elon's radar where he and like he'll strike back at someone. I'm like, how are you not too busy?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand is he tweets so much. If that was my only job was to tweet, I would be exhausted. Yeah. And then he's got 6 more multi-billion-dollar companies. Every phone call has got to be an emergency. Yeah. When you have that many companies and you're also doing Doge, which he's constantly tweeting about that.
Yeah. The time management thing is wild of what he's got going on.
And I almost don't believe that.
And the other weird thing is the amount of fanboys. Like, the amount of people who are like, I'm a huge, like their bio line is like, Elon's. I'm like, this is who you're a super fan of?
Yep.
Just
there's super fans and super haters. There's just like both. He for some reason like really
he's a very polarizing guy.
Yeah, really polarized. Like I've never seen
people burning Teslas.
Yeah,
insane.
And I have the little Tesla stock, and I have not been happy about. I wish you would stop Doge as soon as possible. That hasn't been good.
The Tesla stock's been going down. Maybe get some more now.
I mean, if I need some money to put, I need money to get in that
to buy some more.
Leveraged.
Yeah. Yeah, they're amazing, dude. Wait, do you do Tim Robbins too?
No, that guy. Why is that on there? I did his birthday. Oh my God, I bombed harder than I've ever bombed in my life at Tony Robbins' birthday party. He had like comics perform, or he for some reason wanted me to perform at his birthday party, which I didn't. I was a big Tony Robbins fan. Yeah, I read like a couple of his books when I was younger, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. But I knew deep down, my subconscious did some calculating. I knew in my gut, like, wait, this is bad. But I was trying to like hype myself, like this is big. He's paying like more money than I normally get. Like, I don't want to say exactly how much, but it was like
it's private. The private events a lot of time.
It was like $25,000. I don't want to say.
You don't want to say it, but it was like
$25,000.
Yeah.
And his handlers did a Zoom call beforehand. Like, this is what Tony wants. You're gonna be on a big screen, and you're gonna be Joe Biden. He's gonna introduce you and say, "We get the president here," and then you'll come up. And I was like, they might think it's actually gonna be Joe Biden. I'm a little worried that they're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
And they were just like, "This is what Tony wants." There was no like, "This is a cult. This is what Tony wants." There's no discussion here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went down there, and it was just people just jumping up, and it's like 11 at night. That guy Sumner's was on before me. Larry Sumner's, who like was the reason why I had that 2008 collapse. I don't know why they keep giving that guy money and power. He's
was
a total
speaking before you?
dirtbag. Yeah, real. But he was getting laughs, and I'm like, oh, this would be good. They're like, So he goes on in an hour and a half, and he talks like this.
He went for an hour and a half?
Hour and a half. Now it's like midnight something. Yeah, this guy. I don't know
What is
why
he-
they keep
and this is
giving
at a
this guy
birthday
money.
party?
Yeah, his birthday party. It was a weekend of his like, but VIP people.
Oh, okay.
It was like 300 people in this. He's got this amazing studio, and then there's just all these screens of people zooming in from all over the world.
Oh my God!
And it's late now, and they've been up since 5 o'clock, like shark hunting. These retreats that they do. They get them up early and they make them do these insane things to show like I can do it. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
So beforehand, he comes up to me, giant. His hand is like a giant catcher's mitt, and he's like, "Give him hell, you little piece of shit."
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Tony."
That's a cool headline. It says Tony Robbins filmed using N-word.
Wait, can we click that real
Repeatedly.
quick?
Sorry.
Is there a video of this?
That'd be awesome. Oh, in the 80s. I mean, I would love to go to this seminar.
Oh yeah.
Take control of your emotions. Be who you are. You want to say it? Say it.
He's like this.
Oh my God, that's
So, and it was like, we're looking.
oh, there
we're
it
looking.
is. Oh,
Wow, he looks young.
As long as somebody can do that, as long as somebody's called you, get that kind of response I see in you right now, where you're ready to explode, then what you've done is given that person absolute control of you. Cool. You have no control in your life. You are still a slave. I said, you are. Well, you're being enslaved by you and nothing else. And I said, I'd like to have you be free, because I'm free and I'm white. So why don't you pretend that we're going to get you free right now? And I suggest here's the way to do it. Everyone stand up. And when a few people, I said, stand up. Come on, try something with me. Trust me just for a moment. Pretend I'm black.
Once you know.
I get them to stand up, right? Now they're all standing up. I said, now you guys just do what I do just for a minute if you really want to be free and if you want to have some fun. So let's try this. I stood up and I said, okay, follow me. Do what I say what I say, move the way I move. I'm in your...
Wow. I've never seen this.
Then I turned and I said, okay, when I'm done, repeat after me. I'm a honky, you're a honky. And I said, I'm a honky, you're a honky. We did this whole thing. They're painting each other going. There's one guy who was like the most militant walking over this other white guy in the audience going, hey, honky, how you doing? He goes, hey, how are you? Like giving each other hugs.
he's getting some good laughs.
He's doing great. Yeah. It's his Netflix special.
That was a good bit. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I needed to see that.
That was pretty cool.
We all needed to see that. Yeah. But yeah, so then there was like all these dancing people jump on stage after Larry Sumner's like, let's get our energy. And there's a big screen in front of me. And I'm, like starting to get really nervous because I deep down know, like this is not the right environment.
Yeah.
Because they're all about positivity and, and I'm doing this sort of, stand-up is kind of sarcastic.
And you're doing it, you're just going to come out. Your plan is I'm Biden.
They have a big screen in front of me, like 30 feet tall, and I'm going to be projecting that. I'm behind it in a desk, and then I'm going to introduce Kyle Dunnigan to round off the show with some stand-up comedy. Yeah. And I have a wig, Tom, on the desk here of Caitlyn Jenner because he wanted me to sing happy birthday to him as Caitlyn Jenner. So he starts going, are you guys ready for the surprise of your life? And I'm like, no. And then he goes, oh, wait. And then he plays a video of him meeting every president since, Carter. So it's like they're primed and they're already like murmuring, no way. And then he goes, have I ever disappointed you? And they're like, no, mein Führer, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, zooming in from the White House. And the whole place is like, rah. I mean, they just had Larry Sumner's right there. It's not weird that the president zoomed. So he goes, the president, Joe Biden. Everyone's like, ah. And then my head comes up with my bad wig, and I pop up on the screen, and the whole audience goes, oh. Like all together. Like that. And I was like, hey, it's Tony Baloney's birthday. It's dead silence. And I'm, in my head, I'm like, this was like my strongest stuff.
Yeah.
It's getting dead silence. what's the rest gonna be? So then I was like, no, Kyle Dunnigan. And I come out and I'm just trying. I had a plan, but like the first thing didn't work. So I'm like, let me jump to the piano. Like I have like a piano song. That didn't work. I'm jumping all around. I don't know where I am in my set.
Oh, fuck.
And then I like said a joke that I knew I shouldn't have said, like right when I started, but I had to do the time because it was that money, you know? This was the joke that ended everything. And people started walking like out to like go to the bathroom and stuff. I did a girl who was too young. She was 19 years younger than me. Don't judge. I was in college. That's when you experiment. And then a woman goes, that's a child.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I had to explain that I didn't really do that. And then afterwards, I was like wrapping up my shit, trying to get out of there. And I hear him go, did you have a day you'll never forget? And everyone's like, yeah. And he goes, this is a night I'd like to forget. Like talking about, have you ever heard Tony Robbins say anything negative in your life?
Did he talk to you after the thing?
No, I never saw him again. But anyway, that was painful.
I've bombed so hard at private events. So hard.
Which was the worst one? Do you have like a worst one?
And I'll tell you I'll tell you the most recent one was like 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I got booked for this thing, and I remember I always ask now, I'm like, do they know?
They see my stuff?
Yeah, they know that it's me, and they know that I'm not, because sometimes I realize that a private event goes, oh, I know this person's like a capable comedian, and then when I book them, they'll do stuff that will be right for us, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put on my show.
Yeah,
and they're like, they know. And they specifically asked for you, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
And so it was a convention of jewelers, like a jewelry convention.
Yeah. Do you have a jewelry trunk,
dude? Right before I went on, it's in a ballroom.
Yeah,
and they did an
ballrooms
auction.
are good.
Yeah,
it's a great environment.
Great environment.
Nice and bright.
Nice and bright, like I don't know. 2-foot stage, so it's just like basically a platform. They did an auction, and they were auctioning things to support like a children in need fund. And so they were
That's
like,
your opener.
They were like, how about a 3-day trip to Iceland? And no one was bidding. And the lady was like, this is going to help children that are being abused. And like still no, and she just like kept pushing it. And then you would hear things like,
yeah,
you know, like just because it's not a real PA system. It's just like for the thing. And I was like looking, and I was like, this can be bad, man. This can be real bad. And when I got introduced, they're like, give it up. I walked this long walk from like the wings to the center of the room.
Yeah.
To like essentially no applause, which I was like, that's a bad sign, you know? Like they were just like,
they didn't know who you were.
And it's always whenever I go like, who'd you have last? They'll name a really clean comic who's really good. And I'm like, well, yeah, but like he's good for this environment. Or somebody who's like, oh, this person did like George Bush. Like they did a character. And I'm like, sure, that might have been right for this crowd too. And then I got up there, and it was the only thing that got me through the set was turning on them. Like, making like I'd be like, you guys are the worst.
Oh, they started laughing at that?
Well, some, and then some of them got more upset, which made it more fun for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I did a joke and it didn't go well, and I was like, first of all, you are the lowest of the low. I go, you are below mortgage lenders, predatory. You're jewelers. You're the absolute lowest people on the totem pole.
Wow.
And then some of them would like laugh, and then some of them would like yell something back. I'd be like, shut up, the fuck out of here. You're just like taking African children's blood and tears to sell your shit.
I would be worried I wasn't going to get my check. You weren't worried?
No, I wasn't worried about that. I was just like, then I just kept looking. And I was like, I was just trying to like muscle my way through it.
Could you see the person who booked you, like how they were, their face?
No, I know that when I was done, the person that booked me talked to my tour manager who was with me. And was like, what the fuck, man? Like they were like, that was so goddamn vile, and all the things that were said. And he was like, well, yeah, that's what you hired.
Yeah.
You hired this. Like, yeah, that's what happened. But I remember the one that I remember stood out was I was living in California, and I did the Irvine Improv, and it was a regular show. And it was a good show. After the show, they're like, "Hey, come meet these people." They work with Carson Palmer, who was at the time the quarterback for the Bengals. He played at USC. He's a California guy. Mm-hmm. And Carson's having this like private event, and they want to have like a stand-up, host the event and do some time. And they're at the show, but they're seeing like a regular show. And they're like, "This was great.
Yeah.
Like, we'd love to have you at the thing." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." So I go to the event, and it's at a restaurant but they shut down like this one big room. So people are mingling, right? Like, let's say 200 plus people are mingling in the room. And then the guy's like, "Okay, let's start the show." And I was like, "Cool. Like, are you gonna like tell everybody it's time to start the show?" And they're like, "Well, you do that. Like, you're the host." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I go, "Well, at least introduce me." So in the back of the room, he's like, "Da-da-da, like, here's the host for your evening, Tom Segura." It is as if nothing changed. So nobody stopped mingling. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I got up there and I was like, "All right." And I'm just like waiting for everyone to just like turn and face the stage. Nobody stops. So I just go, "Hey, here we go. Like, here we go. It's showtime." And it's just like if you were at a bar on a Saturday night and it's just, loud in there.
Right.
It was that level of volume.
Yeah.
So I look at the guy and then he looks at me. He's like, "Well, fucking do it. Like, you do it." So I fucking...
That's good. Yeah, then you have to be like the enforcer, which is really not funny. To be
Dude,
the
it
guy
was insane. There was 3 people looking at the stage, and I just talked to them. And I'm like, this is so... And I'm just... It's not even like you're bombing. It's like no one's...
It's like nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
You're in a dream.
I'm in a dream. I'm like... So the funny thing is, I forgot this part. He was like, "Oh, yeah, so the thing is, the event's Saturday. Sunday is the golf outing. Like the
then
part
you
of
have
the
to play
weekend."
golf with everybody?
And I was like, "Am I doing that?" And they're like, "Yeah, unless..."
You don't want your check.
No, unless like something is like... Unless like Carson hates you or something. There's no way you're not going to that. And so we go through this thing. I'm trying to introduce things. No one's listening. At one point I go, "All right, now Carson, come on stage." Everybody stops, like a record stopped. Turns, faces the stage, listens with every ounce of their attention. They look at him. He says his thing, gets off stage. Everybody turns back. I get off, and I'm like, I don't even know what happened, right?
Do you feel like humiliation, or do you like, I don't feel...
It was more... That was
you
more...
You seem like a cool, like a person doesn't get rattled, like...
Well, that was more frustration.
Yeah.
Humiliation is more like when you're trying, everyone's listening, and you're literally nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more humiliating, where you're like, I'm trying to, and they hate me. This was like, how come nobody will even listen?
Right, yeah.
But I remember there's other bunch of NFL players there, and I was like, I was like, "Hey, what's up?" They go, "That was rough, man. That was rough." I was like, "Thanks." And then
funny.
I go to the like organizer guy. I was like, "So what time is the golf outing tomorrow?" And he's like, "We'll let you know."
Oh man.
I was like, "I'm not."
Like that guy was like, I don't want him even there.
I don't want them there. That guy just fucking ruined our thing.
They don't think, like, they think it's like a band. Like, you need to do stand-up, you have to have people paying attention to every word. It's not like music in the background, but they go, "Oh, comedian, that's the thing we'll have there."
And the crazy thing to that for me was like, I was kind of like with the guy like, "Hey man, like, you have to at least have them look at the stage. I'm not going to wrangle them."
Yeah, that's so not funny to be like their teacher, and then like now hear jokes.
But it was like it was embarrassing. I was like,
I had that same, like, after that Tony Robbins thing. I was like, this lady who like booked me or whatever, or like was my handler, was like, I go, "Oh, I feel like I ruined his birthday." He goes, "No, he had fun this afternoon." Like, not even helping me.
Yeah.
And then we go,
before you got here, it was great.
I go back in a car with this other guy who was like Tony's right-hand man. He's like, "Tony doesn't get up early." He was like saying, like, "Tony doesn't get up early." He actually got up. I got up early this morning. He's like, shit, Tony to me. And he goes, "You want to get some food at the hotel?" And I'm like, "Yeah, starving." So I go and we take a lap, and it's like the audience was at this buffet. I thought it was just... So I go, "No, I'm good. Because I'm feeling completely shattered as a human being.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, you come here, get a plate, go buffet, a good plate." So I'm like sneaking, and I'm like, quick, trying to get quick. And then some guy like grabs me. Now, this is what was amazing, because I didn't understand at first. He goes, "Dude, epic set, man." like real Tony Robbins positivity.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks. And I realized, oh, he found a way to say something to me that wasn't a lie. And like he gave me positive energy, Tony Robbins energy.
Tony, yeah.
He learned that weekend, which was cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't epic. It was epic.
Yeah. It's just epic in its own way. Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
I know. I wouldn't do corporates if I don't think I can.
I've got to turn the last 3 times I've accepted. Everyone's like, "Why did you say yes to this?"
Yeah, why do you?
Because in the moment you get a call and they're like, "They're going to pay me to just do that."
I know.
for an
You're
hour?
like, yeah, I can do that.
It's like I should turn it down. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm never going to turn them down. I'm talking. I never will turn down money.
Ever?
I don't care how rich I get. I'm just gonna. What's enough money, Tom, where you like go? Like, be honest. Like in your bank, where you don't have to work ever again. You have a perfect life where you give money to your kids, whatever, and just everything. But it's all you're gonna make from here on out. What is the number
that sits in the bank?
It just sits there accruing 3 to 4% a year.
I don't know, man.
But like you don't think about money. You're gonna go private jets, probably vacations.
It's a really nice lifestyle. You're saying.
Yeah, and you have like 10 years to live or whatever you have left. No, you have way more than that. I was joking. You have probably a good 40 years left.
40?
Probably 40 years left, right?
40? Oh, 40. I don't think I have 40 years left.
No?
I'm 45.
How old is your parents? Are they still alive?
My mom's 80. She's alive.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. My dad's dead. He died at 74.
My dad died at 60.
60?
Yeah.
Oh, that's young.
Yeah. Long time ago, brain tumor.
Fuck.
It's a funny thing to bring up.
Hilarious.
It's kind of good. It's not bad.
You look healthy. Are you healthy?
I think I don't sleep enough. Like I did that Aura ring where it tells you how you sleep, and it was like go see somebody.
Wait, what's your number? What's your money number?
I think it's $35 million, which sounds ridiculous.
I was gonna say 175.
175 million?
Yeah.
I don't even. Now I'm feeling like 35 is way low.
Well, I mean, it just depends on your formula. I have kids.
I do. Yeah, you got kids.
Yeah, each of those has got to be at least.
And you want to do that yacht vacation, you don't
want to do the
White Lotus. We have a yacht. And that's like, how much is that? That's like $100,000 a week or something for that.
Probably more.
Really?
Yeah.
I
think I'll work until forever.
Yeah.
But I also like working. Here's the thing. I'm not chasing that number.
Right. We're not doing office work. Yeah.
I like doing this stuff. I like doing stand up. I like making a show. I like doing It's not I don't go like I need to do this cuz I have to pay this or I need to accrue. I like working.
Right. What would you do? Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'd be completely out of my. If you gave me all that money right now, I would still be like, well, what am I going to do tomorrow?
Yeah, right. I went on a vacation for 3 days and I had to come back home. I was supposed to be there longer.
Really?
I went by myself because they'll go like, I traveled Europe but for a month and I was like, oh, I want to be that guy,
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico.
You stayed for 3 days?
I was supposed to be there a week and I left. Well, I get there. This is where I knew I was a problem. And I check in. I go, hi, Kyle. And they're like, just you? Like that. And I go, yeah. And she goes, nobody else, just you? And I go, yeah, just me, nobody else. So I get there and it's just all family. No one goes alone to this resort. And I was just this weird
alone guy
walker. Like I got in the giant.
That just seems like it's the wrong place you went to, though.
I guess maybe.
No, because vacationing alone makes a lot of sense. But if you go to like a place that is mostly families or like that's a different thing.
I got in that big jacuzzi. You know the jacuzzi where they go, everyone,
Yeah.
Big. And like 3 people just like got out right away. And I was like, bubbles. And people would turn the corner because you couldn't see the jacuzzi as you came around the corner, like planning to go to the jacuzzi. And they would just
saw you.
And people just kept coming and turning. Like
that guy that's jacking off everywhere is in the jacuzzi.
Yeah. And we all ate together. So I was always just alone eating. I had a horrible time. Point being, I probably won't stop working either.
No, don't stop.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
I'm never going on vacation again.
No, you need to. Let's plan it together.
No, but I'd have to like go with like friends or like a girlfriend or something. I can't go alone ever again.
Come with my family.
I would love that.
Really?
I think you guys would like me there.
I think we would too.
I really like Christina too. You know, we shared a flight together. Did she tell you about our flight we shared?
When was it?
It was probably like a year ago. She's so, you know, you can. She's just really great. We were playing a game like our stewardess was Linda, who was like just kind of gross, but then there's other fat, disgusting. We were playing a game where it was like, would you rather put like you have to put your face in this fat, gross guy's asshole? For,
this
like,
was you playing this game with Christina?
Yeah,
she loves this game.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's like. And like, yeah, put your face in the guy's asshole for like a full 3 minutes, or marry Linda and live with her for 6 months. Like just scenarios.
She loves this game.
We did that for like 3 hours. It
You
was
probably
so
did
fun.
the guy's ass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. 3 minutes is bad, but it's not as bad as 6 months. With Linda.
I think Christina married Linda.
She did.
I think she did.
Oh, I'd eat that guy's ass.
I didn't say you had to eat it.
Oh. Just sit there with it.
Just
there.
get in there and like breathe it and like take it.
Just
Big
deep,
difference between eating it.
big deep yoga breaths.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd love to come to on vacation. With
So
you.
next time I'll make you this deal. Next time I
Yeah.
go on a family vacation, I am gonna message you and be like, "This is what we're doing. Are you coming?"
I promise I'll say no, but you should do that.
You really won't
Just-
come?
That would be so weird.
Be so fun.
I would maybe feel even more alone to be with a family.
I don't know.
Look, what are we doing?
I don't know.
All right, invite me. We'll see what I say.
We went to London.
I do want to go to London.
We went to London. We would have been like, "All right, we're going to go to the park now. Do you want to come?"
I know a girl in London.
There you go.
You know, we're not like
Kyle, we're having dinner. Do you want to have dinner with us?
Yeah, I'll be right down.
And then my kids would be like, "Who's this guy?" I'd be like, "It's fucking Kyle, man."
Yeah, he's your new brother.
He's your uncle.
Oh, I went brother,
Yeah.
uncle.
Yeah. And they'd be like, "You have a brother?" I'd be like, "Yeah." I didn't tell you guys, but I do.
I really, I know we're joking, but I would like to be adopted by your family.
We can do it. We got to do some paperwork. We can do it.
I'll sign literally whatever. I won't even read it.
Okay. Cool. Where can people see you? You are
On tour.
On tour at KyleDunnigan.com. The Instagram is a fun place to live with Kyle. It's at Kyle Dunnigan1 on Instagram. If you haven't yet checked it out, see Kill or Be Killed. It's out now on Netflix. It's the live Kill Tony. You are absolutely hilarious on it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me on One Bear.
Do you want to wish best wishes to Bert for his weight loss journey?
Bert, keep going, buddy. You got to lose one Kyle and you'll be there.
You'll be there soon, pal.
A little more than a Kyle.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.